Welcome to the Coopex Show 2022. This year, you will see 38 Montbeliarde cows from all over France. You will discover the best human-test cows of 2022. Let's see now Joël Santo, Chairman, and Tristan Gueff, General Manager. So welcome to all passionate Montbeliarde breeders. Due to the coronavirus context, we chose to make a virtual Coopex show like last year and meet our breeders at their farm. We hope you will like it and enjoy this show.
Un tour de France à la rencontre de nos adhérents et de la Montbeliarde dans divers systèmes. À travers cette expo, nous avons souhaité illustrer notre proximité avec nos éleveurs.
We would like to show you the proximity we have with our breeders, and we will show you, as said, around 40 cows from 34 different farms. I hope you will appreciate the quality of the animals, and I would like to thank all the breeders for their great work and their warm welcome at their facilities. So we will show you daughters of our proven bulls like Milton and Macintosh. And the Coopex Show is also the best way to see the first daughters of bulls like Necfeu and Noël Cerneux.
Vous verrez donc les premières filles de Necfeu ou encore de Noël Cerneux. Enfin, pas d'expo humotest.
Of course, you will also see cow families from our breeding program, such as the family of Parrain, Le Label or Ilax.
J'attire votre attention, cette expo est interactive.
So this Coopex show is interactive, but from abroad you won't be able to vote, but still, you can try to find out which cow will be preferred by the French breeders. We hope you will enjoy this afternoon. So this year, you will see 6 groups of cows grouped by sires, and so in France, we will vote for the best cow of each group, and you can try to find out which one will be the great champion in the end.
Écrivez humotest suivi du numéro de la vache pour laquelle vous souhaitez voter. Avant de voter, attendez les consignes de vote et regardez bien l'ensemble des vaches présentées par groupe.
So as said before, you won't be able to vote from abroad, but still, please try to find out which one you prefer, which one the French breeders will prefer, and who will be the great champion.
Attention, vous ne pouvez voter qu'une seule fois par catégorie. Allez, c'est parti pour la présentation du premier groupe.
So let's start now with the first group of cows with the daughters from Milton. Number one Proven bull. It's an ingenious son who has been used very much for the type, the solids and the functional traits. So let's go to Puy-de-Dôme to see Papillote from Le Geck 4 Sous.
Nous sommes au GAEC 4 Sous.
So we are at GAEC 4 Sous
au sud-est du département du Puy-de-Dôme.
In Puy-de-Dôme, so central France, and at 1,000 meters above sea. We are 4 partners in the group and have around 115 cows and 150 heifers.
Donc, le lait est livré à la coopérative Sodial.
The milk is sold to Sodial, and we make 1,130,000 liters of milk. With the robotic milking, we wish to have cows with very functional udders, a normal balance in the udders, and also very easygoing cows and not too big cows. Cows who are easily going to the roads with good feet and legs. We genotype all our females in order to be faster in the genetic selection. So Papillote is a Milton on Cargo on Uppsala. She calved with 26 months and made a daughter of Pittsburgh. So it's a very easygoing cow, very nice. She makes 30 kilos of milk a day. Her great strength is her udder, of course, and we also really love her feet and legs, and also the strength she has in her chest. So this was Papillote, Milton, Cargo, Uppsala. Let's go now to meet Pamela, another Milton daughter, close to the Swiss border. So welcome at Geek Talon in East France, so very close to the Swiss border. On the farm we produce milk. So we were two partners, my sister and myself, and since this year my nephew is also in the farm. So we will produce around 1 million liters of milk. And we have also some hens. We also make beef bulls with the Montbeliarde bulls. We have carcasses over 400 kilos with 18 months, so we really like the beef production too from the Montbeliarde cows. And right now we milk 130 cows with one special thing that we took over a Holstein herd. So our milk is processed into raclette cheese in a factory very close to here. What we look for in our herd is production, of course, but we also really look at the functional traits. So Pamela is a Milton and Urbaniste en Auxalin. She calved with 26 months and has her first milk recording at 26 kilos. She has a great udder. She has super feet and legs. What we are looking for to go to pasture during summer also, and also to be able to move in the facilities during winter. She is from an embryo flush that we did on a great urbanist cow, which had a great milk production, and she also won some local shows. So this urbanist, we hadn't much daughters of her, and so we chose to make a flush with Milton. And we have had 5 full sisters now of her, of Pamela, and 1 is yet to calve. 4 have calved already, and they're great. We are really impatient to have the 5th one of these full sisters. Let's go now to see Pay in central France at Eurel-des-Lauriers.
Eurel-des-Lauriers, Patrice Dalle, à Villedieu, à Ozol de Villedieu.
Eurel-des-Lauriers.
Ça se situe à côté de Saint-Flour.
We're in central France, close to Saint-Flour, close to Clermont-Ferrand, le sommet de l'élevage.
Avec le renouvellement d'une trentaine de génisses par an.
So we milk about 70 cows with an average of 9,000 kilos of milk per cow per year. And the milk is processed into cheese, Cantal, Bleu d'Auvergne, and Fourme. So it's a system that is based on grass principally, and also pasture during summer. So my breeding goals are udder, of course, and the quality of feet and legs.
Sur les 70 vaches laitières, j'essaye de renouveler sur les 30 génisses qui rentrent, j'en garde entre 15 et 20 pour moi. Après, ensuite, j'en vends pour l'élevage.
So I breed around 15 cows with beef and the others with sex semen. Then I genotype all my little females and I choose which one I want to keep or not. So Pay is a Milton daughter on Ilax on Urbanist. She produces already 32 kilos of milk recording while she has calved at 27 months. So she has a very strong milk type. She's very dynamic in the herd. And she has perfect feet and legs. A super udder structure with great udder attachment and a really solid udder. She has a daughter from Poncho. We are waiting for the genotyping yet, but I hope it will be good. And in this family we have other sisters of her which are very high in milk, and it's really a cow family that I want to work with. So the 4th Milton daughter is Praline from Isère, and she is the sister of the bull Parrain, which we have in the Humetest catalogue. So we are here in Isère at Geek de la Forêt in Flachère. So it's a small town with 500 people, And we are still 3 milk producing breeders here. So here we are 2 partners, my husband and myself. And we have 50 cows. And we produce around 500,000 liters of milk. So during summer we do pasture. And during winter we still have also a TMR with corn silage and grass silage. So our milk is processed into cheese.
Praline, c'est la troisième génération
So Praline is the 3rd generation of Fourcade, which you can see on the right side. Fourcade is the oldest cow of the herd and has just produced over 100,000 liters of milk. So Fourcade made a lot of daughters, and some, for example, Marraine, the cow in the middle, which is the mother of Praline, but also the dam of the bull Parrain. Why do I like Praline? Because she's a very easygoing cow. She is very nice, easy to handle, and she's also a very stylish cow. We really like also her udder. We worked a lot on udders, and we always try to do the best, and it takes time, but we are happy. We are very happy of what we have achieved now. We're very proud of our animals and very proud to be the agriculture of today. So let's go now to Py, in Guaigues-Forêt, close to Bourg-en-Bresse. So welcome at Guaigues-Forêt, close to Bourg-en-Bresse. We have 150 hectares and 150 animals. With 75 cows, we produce 600,000 liters of milk. The milk is processed into cream and butter, principally. So Py is a Milton daughter on AG on Urochet.
C'est une vache sur une souche qui a beaucoup de descendance dans le troupeau.
So it's a cow on a great cow family on the herd. She's very regular in her production, has over 30 kilos at her first milk recording. She's very persistent in her production.
Toujours dans l'Ain, Alice Rousset nous présente Pétunia.
Still in the same area, so close to Bourg-en-Bresse, we will see Pétunia. So welcome at ERL Rousset Jean-Marc in Saint-Alban. We milk 50 cows with 100 hectares of only grass natural pasture. So our milk is processed into Comté cheese, so it's only dry hay and pasture, no silage. So we produce 350,000 liters of milk. Our breeding goals are mostly udder, medium stature, and also production. And of course, we still want to keep the solids high. We genotype our little females, and then we breed the best with sexed semen. And the others, the one that don't meet our goals with Charolais. So Pétunier is a Milton daughter, which is from the same cow family as Ralban, if you remember. It's a very nice red cow. She is tall, she has a great udder very high above the hocks. She has great feet and legs. She produced a bit more than 25 kilos at her best milk recording. And this year she made a great daughter of Poncho with over 150 points of ISU and over 120 in type.
Traversons la France pour nous rendre
Let's go
au bord
now
de l'Atlantique chez la
to
famille
West
Lucas,
France, close to
qui
the
nous présente
Atlantic Ocean,
Pelote,
which
mère
will
intégrée dans le
to the
schéma
family
Lucas.
Luca, which will show us Pelote, bull dam in the breeding program. So we are at Guec des Trois-Pierres in Frossé. We have 350 hectares and we are 4 partners, my husband and my parents. So we produce 1,400,000 milk without GMOs. We have 160 cows with an average of 8,900 liters with 4.25 fat and 3.47 protein. So this farm has always been very interested in the new genetic tools, and we started genotyping very early, and we also have a lot of cows in the breeding program. We do 3 to 5 flushes every year, and they really want to work on their genetics very rapidly. Last year, just 3 bulls entered the Humatest bull stud. Some are from embryos and others are from natural breedings of the herd. So Pelote is a Milton de lait urbaniste. Her best qualities are the milk, the udder, and the feet and legs. She calved at 26 months and made over 34 kilos at her second milk recording.
Pelote est une vache donc, du rameau de Javelotte. Javelotte est la première Montbeliarde.
So Pelote comes from a cow family, which is Javelotte. She was the first Montbeliarde cow we had, and we flushed her, and the herd went from Holstein to Montbeliarde due to a few cows that we flushed a lot. And the cow family of Pelote is a very high producing family with a lot of cows being over 10,000 liters a year. So Pelote is in the breeding program. And she made a daughter of Pancho last year with a daughter with more than 150 points of ICU last year. So to end this group of Milton daughters, let's go to Haute-Savoie, so in East France, where Claude Tissot will show us Paloma. So I am Claude Tissot. I'm a partner of Guec Le Chenet. We are 2 partners in this Guec. We have 100 cows for 900,000 liters of milk. We also have a farm shop, so where we sell our cull cows. So we sell principally beef in this farm shop. Wheel and also a little bit of pork. So we have 100 hectares of grassland exclusively, and we produce Reblochon cheese. So Paloma is from a great cow family in the herd. We have 26 half sisters of her in the herd right now. So Milton, Istapik, Horatio, Micmac, Isara. And Isara was a very famous cow in France, which is named Perle. And so this cow family has been worked on for years and years. Paloma produced 37 liters of milk at her best milk recording. She has a great type. She's very strong and she has a great udder. Really lovely to milk her every day.
C'est à vous de jouer. Vous pouvez voter pour votre fille de Milton préférée. Envoyez Humotest, suivi du numéro de la vache pour laquelle vous souhaitez voter au 32 321.
So as said before, you won't be able to vote from abroad, but still just try to find out which one is the best cow of the group according to the French breeders who are looking, and try to find out if you see the same thing or not.
puis c'est lui qui va parler de moi, donc quand même pas. Ah ouais? Oh bah, d'accord.
Ouais, c'est pour ça, tu sais, s'il prend de l'élan, là, je suis mort, là, je veux dire, je vais te faire une cupette, le pauvre.
François, oui, on le connaît depuis une bonne dizaine, je le connais depuis une bonne dizaine d'années.
Sur les concours, par rapport à mes différents stages que j'ai eu fait sur le département de la Haute-Savoie.
Et donc, c'était déjà un jeune déjà très intéressé et très impliqué.
Je me souviens, les premières fois que j'allais chez Claude, j'étais un peu stressé quand même, mais comme dans un gros paquet d'autres élevages.
Un bon technicien, pour moi, c'est quelqu'un qui connaît déjà son truc, qui connaît déjà bien son boulot, et puis qui aussi qui va se mettre à la place des éleveurs.
Moi, j'ose pas dire des défauts parce qu'il est quand même grand, costaud, il a des gros bras. Moi, j'ai un peu peur après le prochain coup qu'il va avoir le visionnage. Comment il parle, le Claude?
Tu sais, Claude, il parle comme ça, puis il a une grosse voix, il dit « Tu vois bien, François, de toute façon, on va y faire comme ça, alors voilà, quoi. »
Je vous dis, c'est le sport national des éleveurs Montbeliarde de Haute-Savoie, ça a imité Claude Tissot.
Nous vous laissons encore quelques instants pour voter pour votre préféré pour ce premier groupe.
So we will have now the results of the vote from this first group. So it has been a close call, but it looks like for now the winner is Pamela from Geek Talon, but we have still a few moments to close the votes. So with 26% of the votes, it's Pamela from Geek Talon who win this category. Congratulations to the breeders.
Maintenant, place au deuxième lot de descendance avec les filles du taureau Minnesota et Malor.
So let's see now the daughters of Minnesota and Malor. So Minnesota is a daughter-proven bull, which is has been used for milk, easy calving, outcross bloodline, and the functional traits.
On commence ce lot de vaches dans le Doubs où Mathieu et Noémie nous présentent.
So let's start in Doubs, close to the Swiss border, where we will see Pandora, the first Minnesota daughter. So welcome at Geek de la Charmée in Doubs, close to Besançon. So we are two partners here. We have 650 liters of milk processed into Comté cheese. So we have 75 cows in average around at the milking. So with 8,500 liters of milk average production. So we do inseminate ourselves. We use a lot of different bulls. We do the mating plan 4 times a year in order not to store old bulls in our container. So what we look for is milk, solids, and of course udder. So we really look for the complete bull because of course we also like the good type, the strong cows. And also, of course, the udders are the most important thing because we milk them twice a day. We work a lot on our heifers and our first calving cows because we think the youngest animals in the herd are the future of the herd. So we work also with the breeding program, and we already had heifers in the embryo station at Humetest.
Nous a donné une collecte avec 4 embryons et nous avons la chance d'avoir un taureau qui est.
So this year we have our first bull who enters the bull stud at Humetest, a Pittsburgh son. So Pandora is a Minnesota Gilux Valfin.
C'est une jeunisse qui nous est très familière parce qu'on trouve.
It's a very nice cow. We really like her because she's super calm, very easy to work with. She's very stylish, and we really like her feet and legs, and of course her rear udder, which is her her strong point. She has been bred with Opticum, sexed. What we were looking for in this mating was to give her a bit more strength, keep the nice feet and legs, and also just enhance again the udder and work on this great udder, keep this super udder structure.
Place à une autre fille de Minnesota.
Let's go now to another Minnesota daughter, Odyssée, in Haute-Loire, so in central France. So welcome to Tens. We are 3,000 people in this town. So we are in the east of Haute-Loire, close to Lyon and Saint-Étienne. So I work alone on this farm with 50 hectares, 45 cows and 35 heifers. I produce 350,000 liters of milk, which is processed into yogurt, butter, and also cream. So my breeding goals here are feet and legs, udder, of course, with also production and the functional traits. I really look at the functional traits. So 35% of the herd is bred with Montbeliarde and a lot of sexed semen, and all heifers are genotyped. So Odyssée is a Minnesota Joyland fusionnelle. She made 34 kilos at her best recording this year. And she will end her first lactation at 8,000 liters. So she's a very all-over great cow, so she's not too strong, medium size. She has a daughter of 1 million, and she's right now bred with Preto. Preto to bring milk, body capacity, and also other health. This autumn she has been at Sommet d'Élevage in Cournon, where she made first of her category. I'm very proud of her. And I would like to thank all the people who took care of her there, and also all the people who helped me at my farm every day. Thank you very much. So let's go back to Doubs again with the last Minnesota daughter, which is Ophelia from Geik Cariguia. They are the breeders of the bulls Le Label and Le Bogos that you may know. So here we are in Déservillers, in Doubs, so close to Besançon.
Et puis, plus précisément, au Geik Cariguia, où on est 4 associés.
So we are 4 partners at the farm. We have 400 hectares of land.
On va dire environ
1,100,000 liters of milk, which are all processed into Comté and Morbier cheese. So it's a system, again, without silage, with only dry hay.
Un atelier viande à côté avec du bœuf valorisé en filière BNR, dans des filières courtes localement. Je suis administrateur Géniatès depuis 2010. Je suis entré au conseil d'administration du Motest depuis 1 an. Et ce qui me plaît
I'm also at the genetic committee at Motest, and I really like it. I really enjoy to help other farmers kind of to get the genetics that they want, the cows that they want to have home. So I really like it. So today I show you Ophelia, a Minnesota Oh My God Goldeny daughter.
La négociare, c'est la tête de la souche de beaucoup de vaches présentes dans notre troupeau. Je vous dirai à peu près.
Her cow family is very highly represented in the herd.
Dans la souche d'Ophélia, on trouve donc le label et le
bogos. And in this cow family, we find so le label and le bogos, which you may know. It's 2 bulls that really fit our breeding goals for us. It's productive cows, easy manageable, and producing a lot of milk without too much feed. We're very proud to see that our genetics are working in other herds. I really like to see Le Label and Le Bogos daughters in other herds performing well and also going to some local shows, for example. We really like this. We really appreciate it.
Ophélia, c'est une primipare qui présente toutes les qualités qu'on recherche au niveau du troupeau, puisque Ophélia, c'est une vache qui est assez laitière, qui a fait aux alentours de 30 kg et qui va terminer sa première lactation autour de 8500 litres de lait, avec surtout beaucoup de TP, environ 35 de TP. Au niveau de
so Ophélia produces also very high good milk production with 30 kilos of milk, 8,500 liters in first lactation at 35 protein. And we also really appreciate her udder structure.
Place aux filles de Malor.
Let's see now Malor daughters. It's Heluxon, which showed very nice feet and legs, super udders, and a great temperament. Let's go now to East France, where we will see Ovation. So welcome to Gex-le-Rosière, so close to Vesoul in Haute-Saône. We have 50 milk cows, Montbeliarde milk cows, and also 50 beef cows, Blonde d'Aquitaine. And we also have crops. The milk is processed into cheese, like ortolan, if you know. And we produce 450,000 liters of milk, so it's around 10,000 liters per cow per year. So our breeding goals today are mostly type and functional traits. So we like productive cows, but we also like to go to shows, so we try to select both. So Ovation is from a flush. So Malor imposable en Urocher, Redon Mazzolino. And so the Mazzolino was a great Mazzolino daughter and has been at the Coopex Show in Bourg-en-Bresse in 2007. So this cow is from the same cow family as Lancaster, a bull which you may have used. And it reflects totally the strength of this cow family, so with super feet and legs. So this cow family represents 50% of the herd today. We really like this. We like Ovation for her type, with a lot of strength, a great rump structure, super udder attachment, and a peak production of 36 kilos. And she still is at 35 kilos right now at the 7th milk recording.
Après nous avoir présenté Pétunia, une fille de Milton, Alice Rousset nous présente maintenant une fille de Malor qui s'appelle Prunelle.
So let's go now to see Prunelle at Alice Rousset's farm that we already saw in the Milton daughters. So Prunelle is a Malor on Ulemo on Pilor.
C'est une vache facile à traire, facile à vivre.
It's a very good, manageable cow because she's easy to milk, easy to handle, has a good temperament, and we really enjoy working with her every day.
En route pour la Haute-Loire, où Gérard Brun associe au GAEC
Let's
du
go now
Barry,
to Haute-Loire,
GAEC
du Barry, to look at Passion.
GAEC du Barry,
So welcome at GAEC du Barry, close to Lyon.
En Haute-Loire. Le GAEC du Barry, donc il y a 3 associés.
So we are 3 partners here with my wife and my brother.
On exploite 130 hectares.
We have 113 hectares,
105 vaches Montbeliarde,
105 cows, and also 35 beef cows, Limousin. So our milk is processed into Saint-Agur cheese, and we have about 900,000 liters of milk. So all heifers are genotyped. And they are then bred with sexed or conventional if they are maybe in the breeding program. And our breeding goals are production. We want cows with strength. We also need good feet and legs for robotic milking. And we really work on genetic outcross bloodlines. So we use all bulls from the catalog. We want as much different bulls as possible, and we entered already 28 bulls at the bull stud in Umetest, like Orton, for example. We also had 5 heifers at the embryo station. So Passion is a Malheur Glycine Triomphe. She has one daughter of Orateur, which is very highly indexed with a lot of ICU and milk. So what we like with Passion is her great udder, her super fit and legs. She is right now pregnant of Rafiki to get the solids a bit higher. It's really the type of cow we are looking for. She produces right now 35 kilos and has produced 3,100 kilos of milk in her 100 first days of lactation.
Et pour compléter la descendance de Malheur,
so let's see now the last daughter of Malheur in West France in an organic farm.
Donc, bienvenue au GEC des
So welcome at GEC des Champfleuries in Montbeliarde in West France. We have 150 hectares of land, and we have been organic for more than 20 years and have now since 2 years a robotic milking system. So we produce 650,000 liters of milk, which is processed into yogurt, cream, and butter, all organic. So we have 25 heifers a year, all genotyped. So the Montbeliarde breed has always been here. So my parents already had Montbeliarde cows here. And then we went organic, and the Montbeliarde breed has adapted very well to the organic system. We work only with grass and pasture a lot, and the Montbeliarde breed is just perfect for that. So Oriental is Malheur Enapo Alban. She produced 30 liters at her first recording, has 60 days of lactation right now, and still is at above 30 kilos. So she adapted very well to the system, pasture and robotic milking. So she is from a great cow family too. Her granddam, the Ralban, has been on a lot of local shows and also at the Space, if you may know this show, and won very nice prizes like adult great granddaughter a few years ago. So Oriental really reflects the great udder structure and the production of this cow family.
C'est à vous de jouer. Vous pouvez voter pour votre vache préférée de ce deuxième lot. Envoyez Humotest suivi du numéro de la vache pour laquelle vous souhaitez voter au 32 321. C'est toujours gratuit et c'est à vous de jouer.
So you still can't vote from abroad, as we said before, but we will look at the results right after this Cow and Curious.
Vous êtes sérieux? Beurre salé. On se situe quand même à côté de celle de Guérande. La bronzette.
Pétunia. Elle est un peu plus grande et elle claque plus que Prunelle. Et c'est la souche à Ralban, alors bon. Le meilleur concours, c'était le sommet de l'élevage. On va rester là-dessus pour l'ambiance.
On vous laisse encore quelques instants, quelques minutes donc pour voter pour votre vache préférée pour ce deuxième groupe. À tout de suite.
So we'll wait a few minutes until the French breeders have voted for their preferred cow of this second group. So right now, as you see, Ovation from Geek de Ruzière, so the fourth cow of the group, is in first place. We will see who will win this category. So the votes are over, and the winner is Ovation from Geek de Ruzière. Congratulations to the breeders.
Passons désormais au troisième lot avec les filles de Macintosh et Mayor.
Let's go now to the third group with the Macintosh and Mayor daughters. So Macintosh is a daughter-proven bull, used a lot for his solids, his type, and the great udders he makes. So let's go to Le Doux, Geek Ducrot, to see Otaria. So welcome at Geek Ducrot in Puget. We are very close to Besançon. We are 4 partners in this geek, so we have 300 hectares, all in grass. We produce 1 million liters of milk. The milk is all processed into Comté and Morbier cheese, so it's a system without silage. So we also grow 100 bulls a year for beef. So we also use a lot of sexed semen on the cows to get 50 heifers for the herd and a bit less for the export. So we really looked at the type and udder these last year because we thought, well, production was high enough. We're also a partner of the Humetest breeding program, and we work in total harmony with our breeding advisor. And we also had 4 heifers at the embryo station and also some bulls at the Humetest bull stud. So Otaria is Macintosh on Goldeny on Pernan.
C'est vraiment une vache qui correspond bien à nos objectifs de sélection. Elle a une mamelle quand même assez exceptionnelle.
So she really meets our breeding goals with a great udder. Super wide and high rear udder. She is very nice cow, and we already have 1 million daughter of her with over 170 points of ISU and a lot of milk. Let's go now to East France, les Vosges, where we will meet Orchidée from ERL de l'Étoile. So welcome at ERL de l'Étoile. In Remicourt, close to Épinal, we're at 300 meters above sea. So we produce 580,000 liters of milk a year for raclette cheese. We also have 100 sheep and a bit of fruit production here. We have 30 hectares of crops. So we are with robotic milking systems since 7 years. And we sell around 15 heifers for export. And we work a lot with our breeding advisors. We really look for ISU here, udder, and of course feet and legs, because with the robotic milking is very important. I'm also a member of the genetic committee at Humetest, and I really appreciate it.
J'ai l'impression qu'on fait avancer la race de plus en plus. Orchidée,
Orchidée is a cow that has been worked on the breeding program. It's a Macintosh Elux daughter. I have 3 daughters from Olifly of her, from a flush, and her first natural daughter is a ogive female. So they are all very satisfying in her genotypings right now. And this year, and so she's in second calf right now, she has a female of Pango. So Orchidée has a bit more than 38 liters a day, so it's really what I am looking for today for my herd. High-producing, easygoing cows.
Allons dans la Loire, au GAEC du Picard, qui nous parle de princesse.
Let's go now to La Loire, central France, to see le Princesse. So welcome at Guec du Picard in Chambeuf, with at 400 meters above sea, close to Saint-Étienne.
Le troupeau se compose de 70 vaches laitières et la suite.
The herd is 70 cows, and we're about 8,500 liters per cow, so 600,000 liters of milk for Sodial. We produce bleu blanc cœur milk, so high in omega 3. So here we genotype all our heifers, and then we choose which one we keep for Montbeliarde purebred or for Charolais crossbreeding. So what we're looking for is body, milk, and udder. So Princesse is a Macintosh Triomphe Piombo. So this is the same cow family as Jueux-Forez. So what we like on Princesse is her feet and legs, which are great, her rump structure, and it's also a very heavy cow, a cow with a wide rump, a lot of beef, a great top line. We really like the strength in this cow. She calved at 26 months and produced 27.5 kilos of milk at her best recording. So she has been bred with Owings Sixth, and we really look forward for her to have a female again. So let's go now to Polka, the last Macintosh daughter from central France. So welcome at Guec Cussac-Fouillet in Cantal, mountainous area of France. It's a family farm. We are two partners, and we have also my parents and my children, which helps a lot on weekends. So we have 140 hectares, 100 cows in milk, with 850,000 liters milk processed into Cantal cheese. And we also have 15 Aubrac cows. We sell a lot of cows in milk. We sell about 30 cows in milk every year. So here what we're looking for mostly is solid cows with strong feet and legs, great udders and straight top lines. So Polka is a very good looking red cow. She's a Macintosh on Ulemo on Valide. So she comes from a very strong cow family, which has been worked on already from my parents when they started being farmers in the 70s. So I really like Polka because she has this great top line. She has an unbelievable forerudder and these great feet and legs. So she produces about 30 kilos of liters milk per day.
Dernière représentante de ce lot, Omelette est une célèbre fille du taureau Mayor.
So let's go now to see Omelette, Mayor daughter. So it's this bull has been used a lot for his high milk. So welcome at Guec Grimaud. We are on Longessène, so close to Lyon. We are two partners here with 80 Montbeliarde cows. We produce 800,000 liters of milk, and we sell it to Lactalis. So here the herd is all genotyped, and we also, a lot of embryos from the station are put in here every year. So Omelette is a Mayor Ornais Triomphe, which we know very well because she comes from the embryo station. And she has been again in the embryo station. So we are in the Gipix cow family because the grand dam of Omelette is the dam of Gipix.
a déjà 3 filles dans le
Omelette has already 3 daughters.
150 points d'ISU.
An oxybul with and 2 O'Neill daughters.
En plus de cette production impressionnante à plus de 10 000 kilos de lait en
So she produced more than 10,000 liters of milk in the first lactation, and she has a great type. She also showed her great style on local shows this summer, and also at the Sommet de l'Élevage in Cournon. So Omelette is very satisfying for us. She made her way through the herd in her first lactation. She is strong. She produced over 10,000 liters of milk, so she's probably our highest producing first lactation cow this year, with 36 protein, 3.6 protein. So as I said before, you won't be able to vote for Montbeliarde, but still try to find out which one will be the favorite of our French breeders.
Personne après. On dit Cantalou. Je préfère juger des animaux. Mener, c'est pas un moment fort. Prestige pour aller lutter les doubistes. Aucun des deux. Je ne suis pas fromage. Montbeliarde quand même.
On vous laisse encore quelques instants, quelques secondes donc pour faire votre choix dans ce troisième groupe. C'est à vous de voter.
So we will wait a few seconds for the last votes to be done in this group. So it's a very close call between Omelette and Orchidée.
Les votes sont très serrés. On vous laisse encore quelques instants. On vous rappelle que vous ne pouvez voter qu'une seule fois. Mais si vous souhaitez départager Omelette d'Orchidée ou l'inverse d'ailleurs, et d'Omelette, eh bien, il vous suffit de voter. C'est maintenant.
So here's the last chance to vote for Omelette, for Orchidée, or one of the other cows. So we finally have a winner in this group. So a very close call on the top two. So the winner is Orchidée from ERL de l'Étoile. Congratulations to the breeder for this nice Macintosh daughter.
L'Expo Humotest est également l'occasion de découvrir les avant-premières génétiques avec les premières filles de certains taureaux.
So the Coopex Show is also the time to see the first daughters of some new bulls like Necfeu and Noël Cerneux. So let's turn now to the Necfeu daughters, which has been used a lot last year. So let's start with Piu Piu, ERL des Cayas. So we're here in Saint-Jean-Royan, close to Lyon. We have 40 cows, and we process all the cheese on the farm. So we are 11 people working here, both my parents, 8 staff members, and myself.
La totalité de la production est transformée sur exploitation et vendue exclusivement
So
en vente directe.
all milk is processed right here, and we sell it directly to the customers.
Et une tournée avec quelques restaurants et des
To the customers and also to some restaurants and on farmers' markets. What we like is to produce our milk, process the milk, and be really close to our clients. We want to talk with them about agriculture and show them how we work and what we do. So here the farm has been working with the breeding program for a long time. And we've had already a few very interesting animals here. So we have had 2 heifers in the embryo station. So for us, the first time we had a heifer at the embryo station, it was a real pleasure for us. It was a great, accomplished work. So Piu Piu is one of the first Nekfeu daughters. She calved with 23 months, so it's a very young, very, very young cow.
Et à 23 mois, aujourd'hui, c'est une primipare qui contrôle à plus de 31 kg de lait.
So it's Piu Piu has a milk recording at above 31 kilos of milk with 23 months of calving. So she's a high-producing, very young cow, very promising.
Prenons la route de la Saône-et-Loire.
Let's go now to Saône-et-Loire, close to Bourg-en-Bresse, to see Fanny from Guaigues de la Clairière.
On est au Guaigues de la Clairière.
So welcome at Guaigues de la Clairière. In Saône-et-Loire. So I was in a Guaigues with both my parents, and right now I'm working with my mother and with 2 staff members. So we milk 125 cows in the robotic milking system, producing 1,025,000 liters of milk, 250,000 liters of milk for Danone, with 215 hectares.
Et tout le reste en céréales pour nourrir le troupeau surtout, quoi. Aujourd'hui, on a eu 36 taureaux qui sont rentrés humotest, dont le premier est rentré en 1990. Dans les taureaux plus récents, on a Eau-Clairière, Mutiny, Miguel, Narpon et Météore. On a eu aussi Ilax. Ça fait plaisir d'avoir des taureaux qui rentrent. C'est toujours intéressant et ça permet de voir après des filles de son taureau qui est ailleurs. Enfin, c'est toujours intéressant de voir le résultat de son élevage dans d'autres élevages.
What we bring to other herds in France.
Ces taureaux qui sont rentrés humotest.
So a lot of bulls from this who entered the humotest bullstud come from flushes. So the cows we present is Fanny. It's a Nekfeu on Esprit on Gisny. And the Triomphe before was the mother of Ilex. So it's the same cow family as Ilex. So she has 50 days of milk right now and has 43 liters of milk. So she is a very high producing, great temperament. She is milking very rapidly in the robot, so we appreciate it. And she calved with 25 months.
Faut-il encore présenter Noël Cerneux?
So do we have to present you Noël Cerneux? Well, it has been one of the most used bulls in the last years. Really appreciated for his type, his functional traits, and the other. So let's go to Doux, close to the Swiss border in Indevillers. So welcome at Guaigues sous le Fret Lab. So we are 2 partners, my husband and myself. So we are a family farm, and we also have our fathers who still come help us sometimes. So we have 60 milking cows on the farm. For the milk is processed into Comté cheese, so it's a system with only dry forages. So we have 80 hectares for 360,000 liters of milk. with about 8,000 liters per
Au niveau
cow.
de la sélection sur le troupeau, on est plutôt général.
Our
on va
breeding
dire
goals
que,
are
on
very
s'axe
adapted
sur, la
to each cow,
morphologie,
but what
donc
we're
corps,
looking
bassin,
for is
mamelle.
really the type,
Après, on n'oublie pas
the
non
body,
plus,
the
le
rump
point
structure,
économique,
and
donc
the
avec le
others.
lait et puis, les taux.
Of
vis-à-vis
course,
de
we
notre
also look at the
transformation,
milk and the
à
solids
Et puis,
for
bien évidemment,
the
je
cheese.
suis une vache solide.
And
Donc, les
of
implants,
course, we want long-lasting cows, so we look at the
Je
feet and
suis
legs.
administratrice à Géniatest depuis donc,
I am
le
also in the
printemps
genetic
2021,
committee
puis,
since
j'avais
1
envie
year
d'investir,
at Umetest,
sur cette coopérative.
and
Aujourd'hui, nous avons le plaisir
I
de
really
vous
enjoy it.
présenter Petit Cœur. Donc,
So
Petit
today
Cœur, c'est
we
une
show you
Noël
Petit
Cernue
Cœur,
sur,
so
Galoche.
our first Noël Cernue
Donc,
daughter
Galoche, une
on
Rocher sur
Urocher
Moët, et
on
donc Galoche, elle a
Moët.
participé au Salon de
So her
l'Agriculture
mother has
en
been in
2016,
Paris at
où
the
elle
Salon de
avait fait
l'Agriculture,
deuxième de section.
where she
Et
made a
aussi, elle a
second
participé à
place
des
of
concours,
category,
par
and
exemple, à
here
Diapolva,
she
où elle
has
avait fait
her
le
mother, so
championnat.
has been at
C'est un petit
few
peu,
local
notre
shows where
favorite.
she has been very
Petit Cœur,
good.
elle a fait son premier
So
contrôle
Petit
donc
Cœur is
aujourd'hui.
one of our favorite
Elle a
cows
fait
right
en
now.
moyenne de
She
22
has her
000.
first milk recording at 25
Petit Cœur,
kilos.
aujourd'hui, ce qu'on aime particulièrement, ça va être
What we
son corps.
appreciate
Donc,
very
c'est
much
bien développé
with
pour
this
son âge.
cow is her great
Elle a
body,
donc,
her great
assez jeune.
strength she has for this
Une bonne
young
mamelle.
she-calf with 26 months.
Avec,
So, and
du
of
bon
course
support,
her
du bon
her
traîneau,
incredible
une
udder
plantée avec,
is what we
des bonnes
like on
attaches
her,
et
with
puis, un bon
great
équilibre.
udder
C'est une bonne
attachment, a lot of
morphologie sur le
balance,
trou.
very
Petit Cœur,
small
c'est une
teeth.
fille, du taureau Noël Cernue.
It looks
Donc,
very nice.
on
So
était
she's a
bien
daughter of
satisfait
Noël
de
Cernue.
ce taureau-là,
As
puisqu'on
said
en a mis
before,
quand même pas mal sur,
we
les
use this
accouplements.
bull a lot here
Aujourd'hui,
because he met
sur Petit
all
Cœur, ça a
our
bien
breeding
soufflé.
goals, and
On a déjà un beau génotypage
we had a
qu'on avait
great
semé,
genotyping on
tout
Petit
petit,
Cœur
donc,
on this
on
cow.
était content de la SAM.
So we are looking
Aujourd'hui,
forward
ça
to
s'est
her,
bien
and
révélé.
right now
On
it
garde un bon
revealed
espoir sur
itself
ce taureau,
very
dans
positively.
notre élevage
So
pour, nos futurs
we
génisses
look
qui vont
forward
arriver.
to the other Noël Cernue daughters who will calve at our farm.
Sans plus attendre, allons rencontrer la deuxième fille de Noël Cerneux, Promesse.
Let's
à
now
l'ERL
go to
des
the second
Embruns, en
Noël
Haute-Loire.
Cernue daughters we have at ERL des Embruns.
On est à Mauriac,
Welcome at
en Haute-Loire,
Mauriac in
sur la
Haute-Loire,
commune de
Central
Chasse-Puzac,
France,
à
in
l'ERL
Chasse-Puzac.
des Embruns, en plein milieu de la zone AOC Lentilles Vertes du Puy. Donc l'ERL des Embruns
So the ERL des Embruns is just one partner, staff, and also my mother who helps
C'est une
sometimes.
exploitation qui produit du lait, 450
So we produce 450,000 liters of milk with around 50 cows milking all year round, with an average of 9,000 liters of milk. During winter we have a TMR, and during summer we also, from April to October, we go a lot to the pasture with the cows. What I'm looking for is udder, body, and milk.
destiné à la coopérative Copal qui fait exclusivement du lait UHT.
Promesse est une fille.
So Promesse is a daughter of Noël Cerneux on Triomphe on Eugélie.
Sont notamment le corps.
So she's really outstanding for the strength in her body. She's super wide in her chest and her rump, and also, of course, we really like on her. We really appreciate the udder, and especially the fore udder on this cow.
Promesse avait lait à 26
Promesse
mois.
calved at
La mère
26 months,
Promesse, donc, Galaxy avait fait
and her
un
mother
brevet de
Galaxy
perfection à Cournon
has also been on the Sommet de l'Élevage in 2013, where she made first of her category.
Continuons les avant-premières
Let's
génétiques
continue with
avec le
the
taureau
newest
Magimon,
genetics
originaire
with
du
a
Vert de
daughter of
Confirmation.
Magimon,
Ce taureau est connu pour
who has
son
been used a lot
originalité
for his outcross bloodline,
Frédéric Rollier nous
his
présente
beef,
Perle,
and the great
une des
udder.
premières filles de Magimon Vélé.
So let's go to see
Rollier Frédéric,
Perle.
du GAEC La Ferme de
So
Pavie,
welcome to Geek La Ferme de Pavie,
qui est sur la commune
from
de Choisy,
Haute-Savoie,
à 15 km du
very
nord
close
d'Annecy.
to the Swiss
Donc,
border and
GAEC
close to
a
Annecy.
deux associés,
So we are two
l'associé
partners.
Damien Allard, et aussi avec une installation en cours de son épouse qui va se diversifier dans des plantes aromatiques. Donc on a 120 vaches laitières.
We have 120 milking cows, Montbeliarde cows, and also 120 heifers. Our milk is processed into cheese, Tome de Savoie.
Perle est une fille de Magimon.
So Perle is a Magimon on Ingénion daughter.
Est doté de très bons aplombs, comme on
So what
recherche
we
de
like
plus en plus
at Perle is her
nos
super
aliments.
feet and legs.
Elle a des aplombs très fins, très secs.
It's very dry feet and legs, super
Elle se
hawks.
déplace très bien
She walks very easily in the farm, and it's also something that will make her a long-lasting cow. And we are looking for long-lasting cows. So we will breed her with sex semen in order to have females from her. Let's go back now to Geek Forêt, where we already had a Milton daughter, and now to see a Morning daughter, a Morning who has been used for milk and solids. So P1 is a Morning daughter on Ingénio on Canavero. So her dam, the Ingénio daughter, has been at the Coopex Show in 2017. So it's a cow with a lot of body, a lot of beef, as you see, and with a very easy to milk, very easy manageable cow. We have a lot of... So she calved 20 days ago and produces 28 kilos of milk. She has a daughter from Pancho with 150 points of ICU and 125 points in other. To finish this category of cow, we'll go now to Geek de l'Étoile, where we saw Orchidée right before, to see Cat Palma, a Malavita daughter. So Cat Palma is a Malavita Fablo fusionnel daughter. So she comes from the famous breeder CAT du Sonnenhof, which I would like to thank to have sold me this very nice cow.
Pouvoir choisir avec quelques éleveurs et en primeur quelques vaches ou jaunisses de son troupeau. Cat Palma est la première qui avait léché moi et elle me donne entière satisfaction au niveau
morphologique. So Cat Palma is really a great satisfaction for me with her super type, her high production with over 35 kilos of milk per day.
C'est à vous de jouer. Votez pour votre vache préférée de ce lot d'avant-première. Envoyez
So as said before, you won't be able to vote from abroad, but still, just try to find out which one will be the best, and we will see if you meet, if you have the same, if you think the same as the French breeders.
Ça m'inspire. Saint-Marcelin. C'est meilleur. Non, le comté, c'est pour les gens qui n'aiment pas le fromage. Non, sans préférence pour l'instant, ça montre que de belles choses. Le Sporting, dans le cœur, le SMS, on n'en veut pas en entendre parler. Ah, Raviole, on est dans le Royan.
On vous laisse encore quelques instants, quelques secondes pour voter pour ce groupe numéro 4. Je vous rappelle que tous les votes sont gratuits. Vous envoyez numéro test suivi du numéro de vache au numéro 32 321.
So in a few seconds we will have the results of the vote of this fourth group of cows with our youngest cows from the newest bulls. So right now the Noël Cerne daughter is in front. We will see in a few seconds who will win, but it seems to be an easy leader in this group. So easy win here for Petit Cœur, Geek sous le fret lab, so this Noël Cerne daughter. So congratulations to these breeders. Thank you all for the votes. Let's go now to the fifth group of this Coopex Show with the Millennium Daughters.
Découvrons maintenant les superbes filles du taureau Millennium.
So let's see the beautiful Millennium Daughters. Millennium who has been used a lot for his temperament, the other qualities, and the high milk production. So let's start with Opaline, the daughter of the famous Dublin in Doubs, close to the Swiss border. So welcome to Pierrefontaine-les-Varans.
Nous, on est à 3 km du village.
We are
le lieu dit, c'est Le Peupré.
In Le Peupré.
Je suis sur une ferme en individuel.
So I'm the only part, I'm alone on this farm, but actually not, because my sons come help me a lot here. So I have 60 hectares, 30 cows, and the milk is processed into Comté cheese. So in a small factory, and so the system is based exclusively on dry forages with grass and hay. So what we're looking for here in the herd is the type, so a lot of body capacity, and also then the udder, of course. What we're also looking for is protein for the cheese production. So Opaline is a Millennium Fusionnel Solstice. So her mother, Juplin, has been best udder in Montbeliarde Prestige and has been adult champion in Paris at the Salon de l'Agriculture. So Opaline is not only a good-looking cow, she is also a good producing cow. So she has 26 kilos of milk with super solids. So it's the best it's the best cow we have in first calf right now on the farm. She has an ogive daughter who is genotyped at over 120 points of type, and she is bred now with Pompilop. What we like for Opaline is her strength. She is tall, she has a great udder, and still has these super good legs. And of course, she is a really nice cow, as all Millennium Daughters are, so it's really easy to work with her every day. So let's go back now to GEC Cussac-Fouillet, which we have been before for a Macintosh daughter, but right now for this Millennium daughter called Parisette. So Parisette is a Millennium Micmac Ojoli daughter. What I like for her is her general type. She is tall, she has great feet and legs, she has a super udder. I really like to milk her every day. She's in her second month of lactation right now and has production of about 30 kilos per day. So her mother, Dolcy, was also a very famous cow of the herd, and we have a lot of daughters from this cow. So Dolcy, the mother of Parisette, just made over 100,000 liters of milk carrier this year.
C'est en plein cœur de l'Isère, à côté du lac de Paladru, que nous avons filmé Panthère.
So let's go now to Isère, South France, to see Panthère. So welcome at Guec de Bourbe in Bursin in Isère. We are at 550 meters above the sea, between Lyon and Grenoble. So we have 60 cows. We are two partners, and we have 8,500 liters of milk per cow per year. So the milk is sold to Sodial. So we work with a total mixed ration with silage, corn, grass and alfalfa, and of course a little bit of pasture during summer. What we're looking for is productive cows and also long-lasting cows. So Panthère is a young cow that we know really well in the breeding program. We work on this cow family for over 4 generations in the breeding program.
qui nous avait donné l'idée de suivre cette souche et qui nous donne actuellement entière.
So this cow family has is very satisfying for the breeding program right now. So what we find in this cow family is the protein, which is very high, the udder quality, and also the beef value. So Panthère has over 120 points of beef value, which you can see she is right now at her peak with 36 kilos and still has this very high beef on her. And she is also over 140 points of ISU right now.
Le GAEC des Tilleuls nous accueille
So
dans le territoire
GAEC des Tilleuls will now show us Pégase in territoire de Belfort, close to the Swiss border.
Un GAEC donc à 2 associés.
So here we are 2 partners in this GAEC with my wife Christine, and we also have one worker, which is my Christine's father. And of course we have our children, which are helping us a lot. So it's a family farm. So we are very close to the Swiss border.
À la limite avec le Doubs, la Suisse et le sud du territoire. On exploite un système classique sur 150 hectares.
So we have 150 hectares,
destiné à l'alimentation des animaux.
which is all used for the feed of the animals. So we produce 9,500 kilos of milk per cow per year, and we are very passionate breeders here. So we breed a lot of heifers here, and we genotype them all. And then we select which one we want to keep, which one we want to sell, and also which one can be used in the breeding program. So we already had 3 heifers at the embryo station at Umotest. And every year we also put in embryos from the embryo station.
Quelques années d'installation, on a eu la chance de voir le
So we have been lucky here a few years ago with the bull Utiol, which entered the bull stud a few years ago, and it was we are very proud of this. It's for us a dream that comes true. To have a bull in the bull stud is really a goal for us. So today we show you Pégase, a millennium on Ibum on Flibustier. So she meets our goals very well. So we need economic cows. So what we want is that they can calve early, and we want them to produce milk rapidly and for a long time. So she calved with 25 months, and she recorded over 32 kilos of milk. So she has a great persistency right now because she's at her 6th control right now. She is pretty tall, she has great body capacity, she has a great udder, very solid, which will be easily producing a lot of milk. And she has this high production also from her mother, because the dam of Pégase just ended her 4th lactation with over 43,000 liters of milk produced in her lifetime. So we are very happy to have this cow in our herd because she is economically interesting, and she is also a very nice show cow, and we also enjoy to go to these shows. So let's go now to see Pocahontas from Haute-Savoie. So welcome at GAEC Le Vernet in Hauteville-sur-Fier, in Haute-Savoie, at 400 meters above the sea. We are 2 partners here.
Stéphane Pruot et moi-même, Denis Tranchant. Voilà, nous sommes associés depuis 20 ans.
We are partners for over 20 years now, and on the farm. We have 65 cows, 45 heifers, and an average of about 9,000 liters of milk per cow per year. And we have a system that is based exclusively on hay, on dry forages because the milk is processed into tome cheese.
C'est la sillon IGP. Donc aujourd'hui, on vous présente
So today, let's look at Pocahontas, Millennium Itachi Triumph daughter. We are highly satisfied by this cow for her type, especially for her udder quality. Look at this great udder structure. She has been on a few shows already, where on the local shows she won a lot of prizes. She is a Miss Haute-Savoie. So we really hope that she will make a lot of daughters for us. So we still have a Haut-Fin daughter on her, which we are waiting for the genotype result. She controlled 3 times at 26 kilos, with 41 fat and 3.3 protein.
Cap sur la Haute-Loire pour aller voir Prométhée.
Let's go now back to Haute-Loire to meet Prométhée at Gex du Pivert.
Nous sommes au Gex du Pivert.
Welcome at Gex du Pivert.
Au nord du département de la Haute-Loire.
In the north of Haute-Loire, so central France.
Sur la petite commune de
in Saint-Paul-en-Charenton.
Environ 950 mètres d'altitude.
We are at above around 1,000 meters above sea. So we have 4 partners here on the farm. My father, my uncle, a neighbor, and myself. We have 120 cows and a lot of heifers. We have 160 hectares of land with grass and crops and corn. We make 1,300,000 liters of milk for Sodiel. And we sell about 40 cows in milk a year. Concerning selection, what we are looking for is really the type and the production. The ideal cow is the easy manageable cow, the one that produces milk and that also can go to some shows. So Prométhée is a 2 months fresh first calving cow. It's a Millennium Golestan Valfin Micmac. She has produced at her highest recording 37 kilos of milk. So we like her very much because she is also from a cow family that we love in the herd. It's a cow family that brings us the show type and also the production. So the last Millennium daughter of this group is Pepsi from Gex Déjeuner. Welcome at Gex Déjeuner, very close to Bourg-en-Bresse, in the middle of the area. We have 150 hectares of cows with 85 Montbeliarde cows for 800,000 liters of milk. We have a zero pasture system since over 40 years. So we have 9,500 liters average per cow per year. The milk is processed into cheese Bresse Bleu. The goal is to get them calving very early with 26-27 months in order to have as much productive animal as possible, and also because we are only 2 partners, so we need to have some time, and we want to calve them as early as possible. I'm also in the genetic committee of Umotest. I really appreciate this committee because I think we work for all breeders from France and abroad. Because the Montbeliarde cow is able to adapt in all types of systems, and I think we really work on this side of the breed to make the perfect cow for every breeder, to make the perfect bull also for every breeder, to use the bull that suits you best.
Divers systèmes, puisque la Montbeliarde, on l'a de partout, mais il y a des systèmes complètement différents. Des éleveurs qui cherchent un type de vache qui n'est pas forcément le même partout, mais la Montbeliarde, elle
permet à tous d'avoir
So the Montbeliarde breeds is really
Alors, la vache qu'on va vous
the
présenter
breed
aujourd'hui, c'est Pepsi,
who,
c'est une fille de Millennium
who fits
sur,
all breeders.
Crasa.
So Pepsi is a Millennium Crasa Dracena
C'est une très bonne
cow.
génisse qui avait les le
She's
22
a very
octobre
nice
dernier.
looking
Donc, elle doit avoir aujourd'hui
cow.
29 mois.
She is 29
Premier
months old.
contrôle à 30 kg 2 et on l'a recontrôlé
First
début de semaine à 29
milk
kg
recording at 32
Très bonne
kilos.
génisse adaptée à notre troupeau qui fonctionne très bien.
So
dès
it's
nos
she
aplands.
adapted
Et,
very
c'est une
well
souche
in
qui
the
marche très
system.
bien, dans notre élevage,
So
puisque
it's a
sa
cow
mère,
family that works
Gypsy,
greatly in the herd.
participé à différents
Her
concours, elle a fait des
dam,
expos
Gypsy,
Humotest.
has been at the
Elle était
Humotest
sur la
show.
page de couverture
She has
d'Humotest,
been
elle
on
a
the
fait
cover
Paris,
of the
elle a
Humotest
fait plusieurs
catalog.
concours.
And
Et
she
dans la
also
même
has been in
lignée, dans ses
Paris.
cousines, on avait l'hiver l'année dernière.
And
qui
last
était
year, a cousin of
C'est
her
une,
also has been in
souche de
Paris. So
vache
it's
qui
really a
démarque
great
chez
cow
nous,
family in the
pas
herd.
forcément des modèles et des gabarits hors normes.
They are not the
mais des vaches
heaviest
très faciles à
cows,
vivre,
but they are very
faciles
easy
à conduire,
manageable.
de
They
très
are,
bonnes mamelles.
they have these
La mère
great
avait
udder
0,9 en
structures.
mamelles, celle-ci est très intéressante.
They
Mais
have
ça se trouve aussi
really
sur
perfect
les
udders, and
génétiquages
they also
avec,
have these
tout
super
ce qui
feet and
est
legs that
une
we
bonne partie
appreciate
de
very
la
much, and
descendance
this is what
liée
makes
au
them
mât ascendant
these long-lasting cows.
C'est à vous de jouer. Votez pour votre vache préférée de ce lot de Millennium. Rien de plus simple, c'est
So the
toujours
French
gratuit.
breeders
Vous
will
envoyez
now
Humotest,
be
suivi du
able to
numéro de la
vote
vache
for
pour laquelle
their
vous souhaitez
favorite
voter au
Millennium
32
daughter.
321.
So on
Vous
your
avez
side,
quelques
just
minutes.
try to find out which one will win the first place in this group.
Alors on se connaît totalement hors cadre professionnel puisqu'on vient du même village avec Loïc. Et puis, au
So
final,
this
c'est
is
un peu lui qui
an
m'a
interview
fait
between
baigner
the breeder
là-dedans
and
et qui
his
m'a
genetic
rentré là-dedans.
advisor.
Il m'a emmené en concours, voir des concours quand j'étais tout petit.
C'était un petit jeune de 10 ans qui venait nous aider sur les comices. Et il s'est intégré avec nous, il s'est fondu dans la foule et il nous a beaucoup aidé. Et on le retrouve aujourd'hui où il est.
Ça va dépendre du billet qu'il va me donner tout à l'heure. Mais...
Ben, il n'en a pas.
Je pense que dans les grandes qualités, il y a l'écoute, la capacité de travail et la rigueur. Pour moi, un bon technicien, c'est déjà celui qui répond le plus dans son travail aux objectifs de l'exploitation.
Romain, je pense que ce serait un pan à avoir de la prestance et à faire la roue devant la jante féminine. Je pense que ça résume bien.
Une chèvre.
So the votes are still on for this fifth group of cows. So as you see, the first cow of the group, Opaline, isn't on the top right now. Seems to have an easy lead to in this group, but we will see in a few minutes who is the winner of this group of cows. So here is the result of this fifth group. So it's Opaline, the first cow of the group, who wins the group. Congratulations to Pascal Méramio for this great cow. So we go now to the sixth group, the last group of this Coopex show.
Dernier lot de descendance avec les filles des taureaux.
So the last group is the group of daughters of l'Étoile, le Bel Or, and le Beau Gosse. So we'll start with a l'Étoile daughter and le Doux. So l'Étoile really has been used a lot for udder and his solids.
L'Étoile vient de l'ERL de l'Étoile que vous avez découvert un peu plus tôt.
He is the number 2 daughter proven bull.
Ici, vous êtes au GAC du Faubourg.
So welcome at Gec du Faubourg in Domprel,
Doubs, en plein milieu du département.
in Doubs, close to the Swiss border.
Le GEC du Faubourg, c'est 5 associés, 273 hectares.
So we are 5 partners here, 270 hectares, and we produce milk who is processed into Comté cheese. Over 1 million liters of milk are produced here.
Groupement de 5 exploitations en 2009 et 2011. On a 170
So we milk 150 cows all the time.
En permanence. Et on a la suite, on élève entre 100 et 110
and we rear around 100 heifers a year, so it's 450 heads of cattle we have. We produce 7,500 liters of milk per year with 50% of first calving cows. What we're looking for is udder, feet and legs, because feet and legs makes long-lasting cows. And we also really look at the rump structure, because it gives the animals also the body capacity. We want wide animals. Of course, we also look at milk, because we want to keep our cow families high producing. So we sell 20 heifers a year for export with Coopex. And we choose with my father the ones we want to keep and the ones we want to sell. So we genotype our females, and I really believe in the genotyping. I think in type, production, functional traits, it's a great thing to genotype the females. So Fatoumata is l'étoile Goléador Saturne daughter.
Il y a une chanteuse de référence là-bas, elle s'appelle Fatoumata. Donc c'était l'année des hauts, voilà pourquoi on l'appelait comme ça. Alors c'est une fille de l'étoile sur Goléador sur Saturne.
So,
la Goléador Saturne, elle a
her dam,
plusieurs fois
the Goléador, has been a few times at Montbeliarde Prestige, and she is also the mother of a great cow family. So for this cow, Fatoumata, we ever since, so she's in second lactation route, but we have seen in the first lactation that she will be a great cow with this very great udder attachments, a super rump structure, very good feet and legs, and this very straight top line. So she has a daughter from No Limit and a daughter from Olifly, which are very highly genotyped. Cows that we are looking for to milk too. So let's see now a Lebelor daughter. It's an Eluxon that has been used a lot for the milk. So let's go now to see Praline. So welcome at GEC de la Nuire. So we are two partners with my wife in Haute-Savoie. So we have around 60 Montbeliarde cows and around 50 heifers. We produce 550,000 liters of milk, which is processed into cheese. So our breeding goals are, we really like nice looking cows with nice udders, and of course we look at milk and solids. And the temperament is a great thing we look at. So the genotyping helped us a lot in the last year to meet these goals. So Praline is a Lebelor Crasa urbaniste.
Sur Oyama et Levier. C'est une vache intéressante. Elle est à 30 kg de lait.
So she produces 30 kilos of milk ever since she calved 6 months ago. She has a great milking speed, which we like for the robotic milking. She's very calm, very easygoing cow. We really appreciate the calmness of the cows for the robotic milking systems. So Praline has been bred with ogive sexed, because we would really like to have a daughter of her to continue work on this, the work on this cow family.
Et pour finir cette présentation, nous vous présentons deux filles du taureau Le Beau Gosse. Souvenez-vous.
And to end this presentation, we will see two daughters of Le Beau Gosse. Number one, Montbeliarde bull, proven bull with 1,500 kilos of milk.
On est situé au Gaec Rondeau, sur le village du Narbier.
So here is Gaec Rondeau. Welcome in Le Narbier, in Doubs, close to the Swiss border. So we are 4 partners, so both parents and both sons. We milk 110 cows for 800,000 liters of milk, which is processed into Comté cheese. So we chose to make 2 groups of cows in our facility, with being the first calving cows on one side and the others, and because the calving age is going down and we want the first calvers to have as less concurrence as possible, and it works very well this way.
On a un objectif d'élever beaucoup pour pouvoir trier énormément. Donc on effectue la somme sur toutes les femelles nées.
We genotype our females.
Donc ça en relation avec notre
and then with our genetic advisor, we work on our breeding goals. So what we're looking for are functional traits, type, and other, of course. So Odine is a Le Beau Gosse on Urocher daughter.
Elle a déjà produit 2 contrôles à 29 kg.
She has produced
c'est une bête qui a une bonne morpho avec une bonne mamelle.
2 controls at over 29 kilos, and she has a nice type and a great udder, and that's really what we're looking for right now.
Elle nous a fait une femelle de Pittsburgh.
She made a daughter from Pittsburgh.
On est content de l'accouplement et puis on espère travailler là-dessus.
And we really like this mating, and we hope that we will be able to work on this mating.
Ce qui est appréciable sur cette vache, c'est qu'elle a une facilité de traite énorme.
What we like in this cow is also that she is very easy manageable. She milks smoothly and nicely. We really like to have her in the parlor every day.
Terminons cette présentation de descendance.
And last but not least, Audace from Gaec Vieille du Bas des Clochettes.
C'est le Gaec Vieille du Bas des Clochettes.
So welcome at Gaec Vieille du Bas des Clochettes in Doubs, close to the Swiss border. So my mother and myself produce 400,000 liters for Comté cheese. We have about 8,000 liters per cow per year. We milk 60 cows, and we genotype all our females. So Audace is a Le Beau Gosse Brink Bolero daughter. She has a great type. It's really the type of cow we are looking for on the farm. With a very persistent production. She had her first control at 27 kilos and is still at 23 kilos now at the end of her first lactation. She has a perfect rump structure, and also, as you can see, another that is unbelievable, just with great suspensory ligament, super cheat placement, great rear udder, very high above the hocks. It's really the type of cow that we like to milk every day.
C'est à vous de jouer pour votre vache préférée de ce
So this is the last vote that will be done by the French breeders for this last group of cows. And at the end of all the votes, there will be the election of the great champion of this Coopex show.
Je vois le truc. Ma belle, elle m'a mis des frissons. Elle est déjà allée 2 fois à Paris. C'est la chouchoute du troupeau. Ah, Doubiste, ça s'en fout. Doubien, qui a inventé Doubien? C'est les Jurassiens qui disent ça. plutôt comice. Moi, je suis accroché au comice. Après, d'Outer, j'adore y aller, mais le comice, c'est une institution. Depuis que je suis tout petit, on y va. C'est rendez-vous du coin. En plus, il y a pas mal de bonnes exploitations qu'on retrouve à d'Outer, qu'on retrouve sur les concours nationaux. Donc, ouais, le comice, j'adore. À Pontarlier, 100 fois. Il n'y a pas photo. Ah ouais, voiture à pneus, on est dans le Doubs. Charafouin, c'est en Savoie, non, c'est voiture à pneus ici.
On vous laisse encore quelques secondes pour apporter votre vote et votre concours. Sixième groupe, donc, à l'occasion de cette exposition.
So we still have a few seconds here in France to vote for the favorite cow in this group, but it seems like Audace has an easy lead right now. So Audace was the last cow of the group, which has been presented before. She's a Le Bogos daughter. So a very easy win for Audace, which had over half of the votes for this group. So she will join right now the other 5 finalists for the great champion of this group. So congratulations to the breeders. So the 6 cows for the great champions are Pamela from Geek Talon, Ovation, a Malheur daughter from Geek de Rosière, Orchidée, Macintosh daughter from ERL de l'Étoile, Petit Cœur, Noël Cerne daughter from Geek sous le Fret Lab, Opaline, a Millennium daughter from Pascal Méramio, and Audace, Le Bogos daughter from Geek Vieille du Bas des Clochettes. So the votes will be on right now in France. And again, you can maybe try to find out which one will be the great champion of this expo. So we will show them again a second time right now.
Pamela, c'est une fille de Milton sur Urbanis.
So Pamela is a Milton on Urbanis daughter. She is our first finalist for great champion of the Coopex Show 2022.
Donc Ovation est une Malheur.
So the second finalist is Ovation, a Malheur and Imposable daughter. So she is the second cow. She won the second category of the Coopex Show and is also one of the finalists for Great Champion.
Orchidée, c'est une fille de Macintosh.
So the third finalist is Orchidée, Macintosh and Elux daughter. So she is in second lactation. The fourth finalist is Petit Cœur, so the Noël Cerne daughter on Urocher on Moer. She's the fourth finalist for Great Champion of the Coopex Show. The fifth finalist is Opaline, a Millennium Fusionnel Solstice daughter from the famous Juplin, who won in Paris 2 years ago. So she is the fifth finalist of this Coopex Show 2022. And the last finalist we just saw in the last group of cows is Audace, Lebogust on Brink daughter. Last finalist of the Coopex Show 2022. So the French breeders will now vote for their great champion.
En attendant le résultat du vote,
while we are waiting for the result of the great champion, we will take a look at the Montbeliarde abroad. We will look at Coopex genetics abroad in Africa and Europe mostly. And of course, while in France, the great champion is elected. So for the first time, Cameroon has imported Montbeliarde heifers this year. So in North Cameroon, they just close to the mountains of Cameroon.
Le Nord Cameroun, une des régions les plus sèches d'Afrique centrale, destination improbable pour 165 vaches.
So 160 Montbeliarde heifers have been exported to Cameroon.
Chacune près de 600 kilos. Elles sont arrivées ici il y a quelques mois après un périple.
They have arrived here a few months ago from the East France. So we are really looking forward to the Montbeliarde cows to develop our milk production here.
La mini-laiterie d'Ingaoundéré produit 700 litres de lait par jour. Une initiative de 15 éleveurs qui ont décidé de développer
So 15 breeders of Cameroon have decided to develop the milk production. So we produce milk, we produce cheese, butter, cream. Right now, so right now we have to process to produce the milk, to process the milk, but we need the cows right now. So this is a Gonesse daughter in Czech Republic, which has produced a lot of milk in her first lactation with great solids. So this is in a herd of 900 cows in Czech Republic too. On the left side you see the highest Czech herd, being mostly based on a grass system. So here in England you see Gilbon daughter and some Elasta and Krasa daughters in first lactation. So here you have daughters from Krasa, Kortil and Elastar, which have between 2 and 5 lactations. So this is in Austria. This is a Milton daughter calf at 24 months, We have a first control at 32 kilos in a robotic milking system. This is one of the highest producing cows of Austria. She is a Triumph daughter, which has produced over 83,000 liters of milk in 6 lactations. This is one of the greatest customers in Romania, milking 310 Montbeliardes, 28 kilos milk a day, over 2,000 hectares of crops. And they also produce beef on this farm with the Montbeliarde bulls. So this was the Montbeliarde International.
Ils m'ont préparé quelque chose de pas bien là, je pense. Moi, je dirais riz de valeur et road trip. Oh, lentille verte. C'est bon pour le faire, la lentille. Plutôt pastis.
Piaggio. On aime beaucoup les mamelles. Même nous, on ne le sait pas.
So the great champion has been elected. So congratulations to Opaline, the Millennium daughter from Pascal Meramiot. We will look at her one last time. Congratulations to the breeder.
Opaline, c'est une Millennium.
So Opaline is a Millennium Fusionnel Saucis daughter. She is the daughter of the famous Juplin and she is the winner of the Coopex Show 2022. So congratulations again for Opaline from Pascal Meramiot. So this is the end of the second virtual Coopex show. We hope you really enjoyed this afternoon. We wish to thank all the breeders and the staff for this Coopex show. And we also would thank Media France for their great work on the sound and image. And we wish you a good and nice afternoon.